Hi, I'm Danny. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to install front struts in my 2009 Honda Civic. A couple of months ago, I installed rear shocks and I went with KYB then. In today's video, we're going to go with Monroe for the fronts. The reason is it had great reviews, and on a lot of Civic forums, that's what they seem to be using and that's what they like, especially for the EX. I'll put links to these in the description below. And let me show you these. So I've got the spring and the shock. The reason I did that is because my car is like 15 years old, and I'm guessing the springs and the rubber and all that was junk anyway. These are just gonna pop right in. Let's get started. So the first thing I wanna do is measure the height. So this car is a 2009, so the springs, the shocks, all the suspension has been bouncing around. And the reason I got the quick strut with the new spring is exactly for that reason. I figured the springs were worn out anyway. But I want to measure the height. That way I know how much of a difference and how sagged those springs really were. So if I go from the floor, we're at 25 and 3/16. And now I'm going to go from the middle of the wheel, and we're just under 14. For the passenger side, it's a little bit higher, 25 and a half. And if I go from the middle, it's about 14 and 3/16. To get started, we need to turn on our key. We need to turn on our wipers and shut off the key when they hit the top of their travel, right there. The reason we did that is because we need to remove this little plug. Inside here is where the 3 nuts are that are securing the strut. Now we're going to raise the hood. You'll need to remove this seal partially. Just kind of set it aside. So this is the cover we just removed. And now we need to remove this piece. So you're going to pull up and pull outward. This is going to be your access to get to the strut tower nuts. I'm going to get the car in the air on the jack stands, and then we'll start removing the struts. So I've mentioned this before in other videos, but this is your jacking location. There's a thicker piece of metal right here. Then if you look here, if you end up jacking it here, you're just going to bend the metal. Right here is your jacking location. In the back, there's also a thicker piece of metal for the jacking location. Let's go ahead and remove the wheel. I need to remove this brake hose from the strut. It's just a 12 millimeter. And then I also need to remove the ABS wire harness. And that's it. So I've got a 17 millimeter on an impact and then a 19 millimeter. And I just zip tied this hose out of the way just to give you a better view of what I'm doing. So we're gonna hold it with this one. Just like that. Came off pretty easy. I'm gonna come get the bottom one. It came off easy too. So now let's get them bolts out. That one slid out pretty easy. And then this one, a little bit more difficult, but no problem. So now we can pull the shock out. So here we are, the shock is loose now. Let me remove that zip tie I put in earlier. Now basically the strut is ready to come off. The only thing that's holding it is the 3 nuts at top. So let's go get them off. On this one, I'm using a 14 millimeter socket with the ratchet wrench because I wasn't able to get into it any other way. Let's see if it's loose enough to get it, and it is. So let's remove the rest by hand. And there's the first nut. This one I can get with a wobbly. There we go, that one's out. And the one in the back, I'll just use this setup here. And if you can see, the strut's about ready to fall out. So I'm going to hold the strut as I loosen my last bit of the bolt. And there it is. That's how easy these come out. So before I put these on, I want to do a quick comparison and just make sure they're the correct ones. So these actually look perfect. They look like they're going to match up just fine. Here's a cap I need to switch over, and I'll do that once it's in the car. I'll pop that in. Just a quick note, this arrow should be pointing towards the front. And on this one, I don't see any arrows, but if you look at the strut, this is shallow, and this one is a little bit heavier metal. So right there again, and that's shallow, that's shallow. So I kind of put a little scratch mark here, but if you look at it, the way I have it, that goes into the spindle, and then these are all clocked pretty much the same way. So as I put it up, it'll be fine. But just keep an eye on that so you don't put it in incorrectly. All right, it's time to put the strut in. So this would be best if you had two people, but I don't, so we're gonna make the best of it. So we just wanna get this up. And then we're gonna put it in the holes. We can find one bolt hole, the rest will come in, and then it wants to fall down, but I got a block of wood here, and I'm just going to put a block of wood right here. That'll hold it until I can go upstairs and put the nuts on. So the struts came with 3 new nuts, and that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to put one in the back. And I'm not going to tighten them. I'm just going to put a few threads on there. That way I have a little bit of wiggle room from underneath. Now I'm going to just take the spindle, pull it up, take the strut. Once I get it close, I want to put a screwdriver in. There we go. Let me go at the bottom. So I have a screwdriver helping. And then I'm going to wiggle the screwdriver. Try to get that close. I think I'm in there. Yep. So the top one's in. Now let's line up the bottom. That looks pretty good. There we go. The bottom one's in. And the top one's in. Let's get our nuts on. There we go. Let's tighten this, and we're going to torque it later once we have a little the weight of the car on here. And that can go on now. Put this on. So we'll torque the strut bolts. There's one. All right, and then the last one, 33 foot-pounds. So the torque on the lower strut is 67 foot-pounds. And I'm using an AMPA's torque wrench. I did a complete video on this. I've been using it for 6 months, maybe a year now. And it actually really works pretty good. They have 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch drive, and 3/8 drive. I'll put a link to these torque wrenches in the description and you can check them out. But they really work good. One other thing I want to note is this bracket here. It actually broke as I was putting it in, so you don't want to leave that hanging. So I put it on with some zip ties. Just make sure it's secure. Zip ties are going to be fine. It's on there, pretty secure. I'm pretty much done here. I just need to put the wheel on and then go to the other side and do that side, but the process is going to be the same. I don't think I need to film that. But what I do want to show you is the torque wrenches. So these are ANPAs. I've been using them for about a year, and I did a video on this, and I'll put links to these in the description. They have 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch drive. I just did a video on a Bluetooth scanner. I really like this. Urge you to check that video out. Also, the stool I used today, it's a Beaver, and it's a stool, and it's a creeper. I love this thing, and it's really cheap. I just finished the passenger side. It only took about 20 minutes. It wasn't very difficult at all. On a scale of 1 to 5, I would give it maybe a 2, 2.5. I already took it out for a drive, and the Monroe quick struts worked very well. I came back and I measured the car again, and I'm even, and it gained about 1/2 inch. And that's probably going to sag back down once the car bounces around a little bit. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hopefully you learned something today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.